Feuerstein here. You know, there's a battle and a debate brewing today over the value of a human life. Let me ask you this. If you were going to sit down and total up the sum value of all of your life and everything that you've done and accomplished, what would it be worth? Really? Because if you even go to a government agency, they're going to say you're worth about $1.9 million. You go to a lawyer or an insurance agent, they're going to take all of your earnings over the average lifespan, and they're going to say you're worth about that much. You go to the IRS, they're going to say whatever tax revenue you were able to generate. You go to a scientist, they're going to break you down to your basic human elements, and they're going to say you're worth a couple of pennies. But let me ask you this. What happens when you go to Jesus? Because when you go to Jesus, Jesus says that you are worth his life, his death, his pain, and his suffering. That's what you are worth to him. You are worth everything. The Bible says that he despised the shame of the cross for the joy that was set before him. That means that he had your picture in his mind when he walked to that cross, that he did it for you. In fact, one of my favorite stories actually comes from the scene of the crucifixion. I want you to imagine that Jesus Christ is hanging there on the cross, and here the crown of thorns is digging deep into his skull. His back is nothing but filleted flesh and mangled bone. I want you to imagine that the crowd is screaming and shouting at him. I want you to imagine that the nails have already pierced his hands and his feet, the spear through his side. He is hanging there in a moment of eternal torment. I want you to think about that. And as he hangs there, somebody comes to him, as the Bible would begin to depict and portray, and they offer him what's called hyssop and gall and vinegar. They put it in a sponge and they put it up to his lips. What it was the opiate of that day. It was a drug that would help him to begin to hallucinate and separate himself from the current situation, to begin to pull him away from his mind so that he would no longer feel the pain that he was going through. But Jesus said no. Why? Because there was still one thief, there was still one sinner, there was still one man, there was still one person, there was still one life that was hanging on a cross next to him. A life that people said wasn't even worth living. And yet Jesus was willing to go through the pain just for the opportunity to save the thief on the cross. That is what one life is worth. So maybe right now you're feeling worthless, you're feeling down and disgusting, but I want you to know that even in your lowest state, even your most depressing state, you're worth it to Jesus so much that he died for you. So God bless you guys. Please take a moment. Somebody's salvation might depend on you simply clicking share on the side or the bottom of this video. So please take a moment and help get this message around the world to people that are hopeless and hurting, that need a message of hope and help. So please take a moment, click share. As always, like and comment below. I love hearing from all of you, your thoughts on these videos. If you're not my friend already on Facebook, click my name at the top of the video and let's be friends. God bless. Have a beautiful day. Remember, click share if you care.